This is the Madden Championship Series on EA Sports as we join you from U.S.A. Stadium. U.S.A. proud to serve the military community and their families.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started.
And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by their new quarterback, first-year signal caller out of South Carolina.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment, running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
On play action, Rattler. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Rattler wants to throw it.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Come on, set.
Higgins goes in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Here's Higgins out on the right side. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Let's go.
Rattler going to look to throw again. Room to maneuver at the 35.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Down. All right, go.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 21.
Now Rattler.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination.
Here's Rattler.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Here we go.
To the air is Rattler.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So here come the Chargers with a long field ahead of them. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion left goes a tight end. To throw is Brady. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Brady again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Now Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Brady to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Lions will use the 1st of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10.
Quick, yellow, run.
Throwing is Rattler. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. He'll look to throw.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
A little juke.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
To throw, it's Brady. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's Brady.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line.
Shotgun now for Brady.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Here's Brady. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter.
And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Brady going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Gonzalez. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Tony Gonzalez, 69 yards.
And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Julian Blackman bringing him down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think...
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Come on, set. Cut.
From the gun, here's Rattler.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 30. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
Here's Brady to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Here we go. Hunt.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Ready.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
They'll fake the give, and here's Rattler.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Rattler wants to throw it. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
Here we go, set, ready.
And Rattler, he'll throw again.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Grover Stewart, his second sack of the night. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
That's taken in by Higgins.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Brady now to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
T. Higgins.
27 yards.
And the Lions are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chargers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Brady going to look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Brady to throw.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Odell Beckham from 17 yards out.
And the Chargers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The extra point try now from Dicker.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So now the Lions down by 2 touchdowns. Less than 90 seconds to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Off the play fake, it's Rattler.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Detroit.
T. Higgins
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth.
So now here come the Lions up to go for 2.
Ready.
They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
An unsuccessful attempt at the 2-point conversion. And it was a triple option play. And they chose option 1, handing it to the fullback. And that's not normal.
And sometimes you just miss your read key, right?
Yeah, I think so. And sometimes they actually call that, thinking that maybe everyone will bypass the fullback going out to the tailback or the quarterback. But in this case, they overwhelmed him and stopped him.
A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for Charles Davis, the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.